Okay, so I just wanted to do a little video here and talk a little bit about the fact that there's so many people that feel like they don't have anything to share, and the truth of the matter is every single person out there has a very compelling story, and it's like, and if you look at different things that have happened in your life and all of the things that had to come together in order for that to happen. I mean, it really starts to become amazing when you look at the different things that have happened in your life and how those contacts have been made and stuff. So, anyways, I wanted to share with you a little bit about how Cindy and I met and how that all came together. We actually ran into her in church in Cardston, and but there's a long story before that. So I'd been living in Calgary for a few years, and through a series of circumstances, the choices I had made in my life and stuff, I was going through a pretty difficult time. I was living in a place I wasn't real happy with. Can't even remember what kind of job I had, or even if I had a job at the time. But I remember my parents were going on a mission, and I thought, well, I need to get out of the city for a bit, so I'm going to head down there for a week ahead of time and listen to their talk in church, and then come back up to Calgary. And after a week down in Hillspring, it was so refreshing, and I just thought, wow, I forgot how nice it is down here and how peaceful it is. And so I ended up moving to Hillspring, and I had a buddy move down there with me, and I don't know, after about a month he vanished, and I didn't hear from him for a couple of years, but I ended up spending a year on my own on a farm down there, and it was a great year for me. I mean, I did a lot of healing down there, did a lot of figuring out, what my values were, what I wanted out of life, and that type of thing. And anyways, after a series of circumstances, I was living on a farm down there. I had a couple of pigs and some turkeys and chickens, and had a nice little border collie, and ended up, my pigs ate all my turkeys, and and somebody ended up shooting my dog, and after my dog died, I came home from work one night, and there was the smell of skunk outside, and I lived out in the country there, so I was used to smelling skunks, but it was late at night. I just worked a double shift, one at the old folks home and one at the hospital, and just thought, well, I'm just going to go in and go to sleep. And you know how the smell of skunk kind of lingers, so even though I could still smell it in the house, I thought, oh, it's just the way skunk smell is. So I went to bed and went to sleep, and I woke up in the morning, and it was Sunday morning, and it was still stinking pretty good, eh? So luckily I had a bunch of clothes out in my car, so I went out there and put some clothes on from the car, and decided to go up to church and grabbed my Bible out of and took it with me. And as I was sitting in Sunday school, everything had warmed up, and I opened up my Bible, and the smell of skunk just come wafting out. Anyway, so I'm getting too far into that story, but anyway, most of my stuff got wrecked. I ended up having to burn a lot of my stuff. I mean, it was just totally saturated with skunk. Even the meat in the freezer, like, I had unthawed 2 months later, and it still smelled like skunk, and I'd have to throw it away. So as a result of that, I ended up moving into Cardston. I was living in a little basement suite in Cardston, and and was attending this church there, and saw Cindy there one day, and we'd gone to high school together 13 years earlier. I mean, we went through all 3 grades of high school together. Well, 2 grades. I didn't make it back to grade 12, but anyway, but we were on different planets in high school. I mean, all Cindy knew about me was to stay away from those Hillspring boys, and it was good advice. So we hadn't really talked at all in high school, didn't really know each other at all, and I saw her there at church, talked to her, and well, the rest is kind of history. We hit it off real good. We only talked for a couple of minutes, but it was interesting. After a few weeks, we did start talking on the phone and saw each other a couple of times and started dating, and it was interesting because I ran into my bishop, and he just said, "Oh, well, so what's going on here?" And all of a sudden it dawned on me that I'd been dating his daughter for a while, and had actually forgot to break up with her, because once I talked to Cindy, I sort of forgot I was dating her, and I still feel bad about that to this day, but it kind of I guess it shows me I wasn't with the right person. So, anyways, but all of the events that took place that ended up bringing us together that day. Cindy herself was the reason she was in Cardston that day is because she had been all the way down to Ennis, Montana, for a blind date, and was on her way home and stopped in and stayed over at her parents. And so it was just total chance that we ran into each other, and we could look back in both of our lives at all the series of circumstances that put that together. And it really is an amazing story. So so think about different areas of your life and stuff, and realize that you do have a compelling story, and that what you have to share is important. And it's like, and there's people out there that need to hear that, because your story is going to help someone else overcome some challenges in their life. And it's like, so take some time, start recording, experiences in your life, start recording, different things that you've learned and that type of thing, and start sharing it on the internet. And it's like, and the amazing thing is through places like Empower Network and that type of thing, they've got systems set up where all you have to do is share who you are, and you can create a great stream of income for yourself. So anyways, have a great day, and I'll have to post another video soon. Hope this wasn't too long.